Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel, TammyTalks here. We are here to talk Married at First Sight. This is San Diego, season 15, episode 17. It is finally decision day. This has been the longest, trying, most boring, toxic, annoying, horrible, no good, very bad season of Married at First Sight. So, if you're brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns on various TV shows, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So, if you enjoy that type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel, thumbsing up the video, hopping into the comment section, sharing with a friend, all that good stuff. We made it to 6,000, y'all. Last I checked, I had like 6150 or something subscribers. So y'all know we are on the road to 10,000. If you guys watch Love is Blind, we are doing Love is Blind recaps. Same way I do Married at First Sight, a recap for every single episode. So go ahead, check out that playlist. What else? Yeah. All right, y'all. So before we get into the recap, I partnered with Rose Forever. Can you guys see this? All right, here we go. So I have partnered with Rose Forever, and they are this amazing rose company based out in New York, where they have these roses that are able to last with proper care. What is it, like 8 months to a year, sometimes even longer. So one of the good things about them is, even though we are at the tail end of October, I did just get my flowers a couple of days ago. If you go in between now and October 31st, which is breast cancer month, you guys have seen me wear the breast cancer hat in solidarity and support. You can save on free shipping, and then there are some other perks with that if you buy within the month of October and get a pink bouquet. So I got the crystal one. It does come with a tray at the bottom. It comes in a bunch of different variations of different color flowers you can get. The different quantities are there. They have some amazing velvet boxes. You can get something as big as mine, or you can get something as small as like just a four flower bouquet. So if you guys use my code, which is TammyTalks25, you guys can save $25 off of the total price of the flower. If you get a pink bouquet within the month of October, you will be able to get free shipping, and there are some other perks that you will see at checkout. Also, for every bouquet that is purchased, they are going to donate $2 towards breast cancer. So it's a win-win-win-win-win for everybody involved. So make sure you guys go to Rose Forever. I'm going to put the link down in my description. Use my code TammyTalks25 so you guys can save $25. Get it through within the next couple of days so you guys can save on shipping. You can help out the breast cancer cause, because we have to, very super important, and it's just something good to do. So once again, take a look at these, y'all. These are super, super pretty. Can you guys tell? So this is one of the pink bouquets. So make sure you guys go and check that out. I'll put all the information down below. All right, y'all, let's get into this recap now. Stacia and Nate. All right, so the way I'm going to do this review, this recap is, I don't care what they said about each other. I'm going to tell you how I feel about them. How I feel about these couples, all right? So let's start off. Nate brought a bouquet of flowers for Stacia. They were like red roses and sunflowers. It was very pretty. Dr. Pepper said she's a little nervous because she heard that they had a little bit of a disruption within the past couple hours. They didn't really pay attention to them, they said, because they were one of the couples that they didn't have to do a lot with, because they were pretty evenly yoked. Nate and Stacia got along for the most part. What they showed us, hell, y'all know how I feel. We didn't see a lot of them anyways, so we're going to take their word for it that they were getting along. So Stacia says that she has been on the fence about what she was going to do for a decision day, and she wrote a list of things that are troubling her. It was some things like his emotional maturity, his anger, his temper. She also mentions that he had mommy issues and that his childhood trauma is now coming into their relationship. Pause that for a moment. Stacia has daddy issues too. But, and I saw some people saying on Twitter, well, Stacia has daddy issues. Yeah, she does. But Stacia also has hers in check. When she says that Nate has mommy issues, she's referring to the fact that because Nate did not have a mother present, whatever stories he had heard about his mother, assumingly the bad, he's projecting that on Stacia. So like when she said that she wanted to be a fun mom, he immediately was like, oh, well, you're going to go out and drink and forget about the baby. And she was like, whoa. And I kind of felt like I was on her side with that, because looking at Stacia, what part of her makes you think that she's going to neglect any responsibility, let alone a baby? So that's what she means when she says mommy issues are coming into the marriage. So I don't think that she's throwing that in his face personally. However, Stacia said that she is responsible, and she didn't like how he accused her of that. Like, you can tell that really hurt her, because she's somebody that probably prides herself on being super responsible. You know that if you ask Stacia to get something done, it's going to get done. Stacia don't pay her bills late, okay? Stacia is probably one of the only people in the world that pays the phone bill on the due date, because y'all know nobody pays their phone bill on the due date, not their cell phone bill. Nobody pays their cell phone bill right on the due date. If y'all do, kudos to y'all. So, but Stacia just seems like she's a person that she pays every single thing on time. She's very responsible, and we can tell by the way she has elevated herself in life. So Nate apologized. He said that's not the way he meant it, but he sees what she's saying. Let me move this out the way. But he sees what she is saying. He also then said, well, he's been stressed and overwhelmed, and he was just not dealing with it in the right way. And that's probably where a lot of those anger outbursts were coming from. Stacia said that it's stressful. Yeah, it's a stressful process, but I'm not lashing out the way that he is. And see, you can't do that. You can't judge the way that you were able to deal with stress, the way that you were able to deal with the situation, and then assume that everybody else is going to be able to deal with the situation in the same respect. And that's where Stacia's immaturity comes from, because Stacia, as we have seen, is a person that kind of feels that if I'm okay with something, and if I'm dealing with something a certain way, this is the way that everybody should deal with it and handle it, and that's just not the case. Stacia said that she's worried about him lashing out the way that he does. Is he going to do this once the cameras are gone? Is he going to get up and storm out of dinner the way that he did in anger? And I too feel like that would be a concern, because don't embarrass me and leave me sitting at the table by myself, because who's paying the bill now? I don't know. I think that Nate does have some emotional maturity that he needs to work on, but Nate has grown leaps and bounds, because I can give credit where credit is due. Nate has grown since season one, since episode 1. And since Nate has grown in this way, Stacia's able to acknowledge that. Nate said, okay, that's fine, but I'm not the only one that needs work. He said that Stacia needs some work too, because a lot of the things that she says seems that they're very insecure. They seem very disingenuous, and she's condescending, and is. Stacia's definitely condescending. So they both want to work on it, but Nate said that he wants to stay married to her. She is everything that he asks for in a wife. In the pros far outweigh the cons in his eyes, which is great. It was very okay. Kudos to you, Nate. And then Stacia gives this long dramatic but Stacia wanted to stay married as well. So yay, Stacia and Nate. Even though I don't really care for Nate, I'm always gonna root for black love. Okay, we're always rooting for everyone black over here. So then we get to Justin and Alexis, and she's gonna make me eat my words. because I don't know if I'm rooting for her. That's apple cider because it's fall. Justin and Alexis. We went this entire season saying that Morgan was the villain. Okay? A lot of y'all were saying Morgan's the villain of the season, Morgan's the villain. When the real villain of the season was Alexis. And some of y'all acknowledge that. I can admit that in earlier episodes, I was trying to help her out because, again, okay, always gonna root for the black woman. But Alexis would embarrass me episode after episode, and I would have to get on here and walk my words back, okay? And I would have to sit up here and tell y'all I was wrong. Alexis showed her black ass tonight. So Justin said he feels good, okay? He said that he lives in his head a lot, and he now knows that, you know, and he credits that to Alexis for pointing that out to him. He didn't know that before. No one had ever told Justin before that he had, you know, he had been living in his head. This is brand new information, and it's like, Justin, okay. So Pastor Cal asked, so, you know, we consummated, because that's all Pastor Cal want to know about. Y'all fucking yet? Is y'all fucking yet? Because that's all Pastor Cal want to know. So Pastor Cal wants to know, how has consummating the marriage helped the relationship? It hasn't. Pastor Cal, have you not been watching the footage? You not watching it? Because we're seeing that it hasn't helped the damn thing. Nonetheless, Alexis said that she was happy that he initiated, but they have some work to do. And when Alexis said they have work to do, she means Justin has work to do. This is my issue with Alexis, okay? I have never seen a person so committed to emasculating and embarrassing somebody more than Alexis does Justin. Pastor Cal didn't ask you how Justin was in the bed. Pastor Cal asked you, how has the relationship changed? Justin said, it's fun. I said, okay. Justin thinks he's doing a good job. If Justin is lacking in his thrusting or stamina or anything like that, that's something that the two of y'all should be working out in the bedroom together in private. Like, I really hope that Justin has watched this back by the reunion. I hope he has watched this back and we can get to see, like, his reaction to some of the stuff that she has said about him. It is embarrassing. I get such secondhand embarrassment from watching the way that she goes about talking about him. Girl, are you good in bed? Are you the problem? Like, are you trying to cover something up? Are you trying to, like, what is going on here? So then Dr. Pepper brings up the dog situation. Well, why you do that, Dr. Pepper? Why? Why did you have to we need to talk about it, but why did you bring that up? So Alexis feels that Justin threw it in her face and said that basically she should stay because he gave his dog away. Justin said, okay, yeah, I did throw it in your face, but I thought it was assumed that would be a yes. And that's why I'm going to call Justin out, like I said before. Justin should have made sure that was super clear. If I give my dog away, it's because we're staying married and we're committed to working on this relationship. And it also should have been, and you gonna give your dog away too. Justin, that's all on you. I cannot feel bad for you that you gave your dog away, because why did you give your dog away before decision day? If you don't have your brother watch Maya, if you don't have a friend watch Maya, if you don't go put Maya in a dog spa for a couple weeks, go visit her on the weekends. Like, there was something that could have been done to avoid this altogether. So when Alexis said, I don't agree that was what I was insinuating with that, that should have been clue number 10,075,000 for Justin to say no today on decision day. She's basically telling you, I don't give a damn that you gave your dog away. That wasn't going to make me stay, even though that was part of the agreement. It wasn't set in stone that would be a yes, but it was, if we want this to work, you're going to have to give your dog away. You should have never agreed to it. You should have never agreed to it. Justin then goes on to say yes, he wants to stay married. I said, do you? Alexis looks disturbed and disgusted that he said yes, because this is what I think happened. I think Alexis was prepared for both a yes and a no. Okay, and I think that if Justin said no, Alexis was going to say yes, because she doesn't want to look like the bad guy. But since Justin said yes, damn it, now I gotta say yes too, and then I'll just end it before, we get to the reunion. I'll end it off camera. So Alexis pulls out a long piece of paper and, all right, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna face my fears, my fear of this, my fear of that, and my fear of loving you. I was like, intense much? And then she goes on to say that she wants to face her fears, which includes her being scared to receive his love and all this other bull. She then goes on to say, I can't say yes to forever, but I can say yes to time. And I'd have been like, no, that is a no, Justin. It's like Justin was watching the red flags and bounce off of him, and he was just Neo, just dodging them. Lil' Kim, he was dodging them for no reason. She is throwing red flags at you. Big as the biggest flag in the world. It was encompassing you, engulfing you, just all over you, smothering you. And you are still wanting to say yes and marry this woman. So they say yes. Okay. Lindy and Miguel. Another couple that, all right. So far we're up to 2 yeses. 2 yeses. 1 black love, 1 what the fuck? And then now we're at Lindy and Miguel. Miguel said he feels anxious right now. We knew they were going to stay married. They came dressed alike. He had on a green tie. She had on a green dress. Y'all were saying yes. Y'all came dressed alike. Nonetheless, Lindy said the hardest part is when they have miscommunications, because then Miguel starts questioning the marriage. It's never just we're having an argument right now over whatever. It has to be, well, I don't know if you even right for me. I mean, shoot. I like to put my toilet paper, roll over. You like to do roll under. This might not work. You might not be my person because of that. That's the type of shit that Miguel be going through. Lindy said that I asked him not to do that. Lindy wanted to live in La La Land and I guess be surprised come decision day when he says no, because he has hated her ass the entire way. Nonetheless, let's do it. She says she feels that he has controlling behavior from past demons. I said, oh, not demons, not past demons. That's a lot. Miguel, every time Miguel hears her say that he is controlling, you see anger flash across his face. Have y'all noticed that? It's never just like, if she feel that way, it's always like anger. It's like venom. It's like, I don't even know if I can look that angry. It's menacing. You know what I mean? And I think, I do think that Miguel has some inner demons. We all, like Miguel said, we all do. We all have inner demons that we are all trying to face and deal with and get through life with. But the difference is how you handle your inner demons and how Miguel handles his. And because Miguel, I don't think he truly likes her. I don't. I think Miguel is on his beard behavior, and he wants this to work with Lindy so that he can keep up this facade. That's how I feel about it. Miguel said he's been very open about his past trauma, and he's working through it. I said, are you? Is it working? You got mad because your wife was on the opposite team and didn't cheer for you during dodgeball, my guy. Dodgeball. Are you really working? Okay. All right. So then Dr. Pepper asked about Lindy being explosive. No, we ain't really seen no explosiveness. Let's talk about Miguel's ass being explosive. Miguel said that when she gets emotional, it does something inside of him. That's anger. That's disgust because you don't like her. You don't like this woman. But okay. So then Lindy say, I can't interrupt him. Do I have to change? Yes, stop being rude. I'm sorry, but Lindy, I be rocking with you, trying to really see your point. But you are not going to tell me that you do not understand why somebody does not want you interrupting them while they speak. You can't be this damn dumb. You have a PhD. You're a doctor. You cannot, but you also don't have insurance, so. Not on your own, at least. Lindy wonders if she's going to have to change herself. Lindy then said, you know what? When you get like that too, it burns me up inside too. She said, so don't think I'm just getting on your nerves. You getting on my damn nerves as well. Quiet as is kept. Lindy then said that, she brings up how she wanted a hug from him and he wouldn't give her a hug and how that was rejection and she cried for an hour. I said, over a hug, girl? And Miguel was just like, yeah, I didn't want to give you a hug. Miguel seems so unbothered and unfazed when he hurts her. And that's something that Lindy is going to have to pay attention to and wonder if that's something she can deal with. Anybody that when you are sad, you're upset, that person has hurt you to the point the way she was sobbing and crying uncontrollably. And his response is, I wasn't connected to you. I didn't want to give you a hug. That's how Miguel be acting with her. Y'all don't think that's weird? Is it just me? Y'all don't think that's weird? Lindy said that he has taught her how to care for him and to deal with him when he's in his moods. And she has implemented everything that he has told her and it still wasn't enough. Which is true. Miguel did not want her to bother him to take pictures. So she asked for somebody else to, and he got mad. Lindy says yes. Through all that bad, she still wants to rock and sock with old Miguel. This because Lindy ain't been to the doctor yet. Lindy said, I got to get these doctor's appointments in, honey. I got to go get my eyes checked. I got to go to get my dental checked. Lindy probably need a mammogram and a pap smear and everything, a physical. We got to go to some doctors. We can't do nothing. Nothing moving till Lindy runs through them copays. Miguel reads a poem that I muted the TV for. Out of fear, he would rap. I also was hoping that Lindy did not interrupt him and be like, I love this! Or something like that, to where he just, ripped the shit up and walked away. Miguel said yes. I said, Mitch and Krysten. I have 2 notes for them. Because I knew that neither one of their asses better have said yes. But Mitch said he does regret what he did at the honeymoon. That is his biggest regret. He hurt Krysten more than he thought he was initially. He's still trying to work through his brutally honest whatever. They go back and forth about whatever. Mitch said he was not sure until last night, but he knows that he knows that Krysten deserves more. Krysten deserves a man that is head over heels for her, and while he loves her, that is not him. He says no. Krysten does the highest of cap. And says that she's going to pick herself. Krysten lied because if Mitch would have said yes, Krysten would have said yes too. Krysten was going to match Mitch's answer no matter what. I really wish Krysten would have went first because she was not going to say no. So then Dr. Pepper, or was it Pastor Cal, was like, so you guys seem like, I don't understand this. What about, in the future? Krysten then says, yeah, I'm willing to leave the door open. Girl, close it. Close that filthy door. You've seen his house. Don't leave nothing open. Don't leave nothing open with him. Nothing whatsoever. But she wants to leave the door open in case they find their way and they drift their way to each other sometime in the future. I said, the desperation is appalling. It's disgusting. It's disheartening. It's embarrassing. So, we know Ben and Morgan. I was happy they didn't make them come back. So, we got Stacia and Nate are going to say yes. Black love. We have Alexis and Justin that said yes. We have Lindy and Miguel that said yes. And then we have Krysten and Mitch that were like, can't even do a boss. They said no. We get a random scene. Now, I was wondering why this episode wrapped up so soon with these, because they were rolling through these decision day answers. I feel like Alexis and Justin had barely sat down before Pastor Cal was like, all right, now's the time. Get into it. Like, they were ready to get them off the screen because they knew they were going to argue at some point. Alexis and Justin are talking at the end. Alexis said that she needs time. Justin said, well, what does that mean? I said the same thing. What does that mean? What are we doing with the time? Alexis said that while she wants them to, move forward, we can't ignore, I made these words, we can't ignore what happened in the past. So we got to build from the past, but we're not going to act like all the bad stuff didn't happen. Basically, that's what she feels. Even though the bad times are bad, she doesn't see enough of the bad times for her to want to quit. Justin said, but you know what? I've told you that my biggest fear with this in general was that you would quit. Alexis don't like the word quit. Okay? She said, why do you keep saying quit? Justin said, because that's just how I define it. So she said, have you ever broken up with somebody before? Justin said, yes. I said, okay. You broke up with somebody before? All right. She said, so was that you quitting on the marriage? He stumbles and trips over his words. Justin said that he just feels that if they give the marriage a full 12 months, they can say that they honestly tried. I see where he's going with that, but it's also doesn't. Now, I don't know how annulments work. So are these divorces or annulments they're getting on this show? Do y'all know? Does it depend on the state? But we're not going to go a full 12 months. Because I feel like y'all know if y'all want to stay married or not now. I can see being like, let's give it a month or two with the cameras are on, the pressure is off. But 12 months, Justin, she ain't staying your ass married for another 12 months, and you know that. So I missed what was going on, and I didn't feel like rewinding, but it's Justin said something. Alexis said, well, let's talk about it now. Justin said, we can talk about it later. She said, well, how is that fair? He said, it ain't. I said, Justin ate his Wheaties this morning, didn't he? Okay. Justin said, I'm putting my foot down. We ain't talking about it now. They're doing a confessional together. He asked if she is okay with her decision still and with saying yes. And she was like, I literally just said yes. What are you talking about? He was like, are you still okay with it now that, we've had this argument? She rolls her eyes and she's like, yes. And on this part, I was on Alexis' side because look, don't keep asking me that shit because this is exactly what she's been telling you about being in your head. So this shows that Justin don't really realize when he's in his head. He just said that to be saying it because that is a very clear example of somebody being in their head. They're arguing in the confessional. I said, what? What am I watching? What am I watching? I'm texting my cousin. Like, I promise y'all, I blinked. And when I looked up, they were arguing. I typed up a piece of a note, and they were full-blown arguing in that confessional. What? Everyone gets together, because, we all the couples have to come together, like they haven't talked, so we can talk about what everybody said on decision day. Ben shows up with his pink on. Said he been getting sunshine and doing hot yoga. I said, okay, you look more relaxed, okay? You don't look like you're in the sunken place. Ben was walking around looking like that super crying emoji, like face, that filter that was on Snapchat. He was looking like that for a while. Morgan shows up. Tomato. Morgan shows up. Talk about, I've just been at work. Girl, we know. You're a nurse. We know. I'm surprised Morgan didn't come in scrubs. Shit, she looked like she got some scrubs with like little hamburgers on there for the barbecue. I'm surprised that she had on street clothes. They was trying to gas her. You look great. She didn't. She had on a blouse and some jeans. Basic as fuck. Sasha said in her confessional that she thinks that they gave up too soon. She thinks that Morgan should have been a little more gracious with Ben, and they should have worked a little harder to maintain their relationship. I agree. We're not going to rehash that because I don't feel like talking about them. But I feel like we're going to get into them at that reunion. They go around, they're sitting around in the group, and they're going to talk about, what did everybody say? Sasha said she was on the fence. But it was important to her to stay committed. She wanted to fight for her marriage, and she knew that, the 8 weeks that they were in this process just wasn't enough time. Morgan was over there looking like, yeah, you look stupid. Because, let's be real, Morgan, you gave up after 2 days. Morgan gave up on that honeymoon when she found out that Morgan gave up when Ben had COVID and she accused him of lying about it, saying that maybe he had cold feet. Nate said it's the same for him. He wanted to stay committed. He's used to running at the biggest, the slightest of red flags. But he didn't want to be labeled as a quitter. I said, oh. And then they panned over to Morgan again. I said, yeah, embarrass her. Morgan over there again. Yeah, you look stupid. Krysten said that they have something here. Because Alexis was like, sis, you don't have your ring on. Worry about yourself, Alexis. Nonetheless, Krysten said that they have something there. I said, do y'all? Okay. She said, but she knows that she gave it her all. And after giving it her all, she just realized that they just want different things. It's not conducive for her to stay in that marriage. Mitch said, yeah, we came to the same conclusion in our own way. Basically, they have different ideas of lifestyles. I said, yeah, because Mitch is dirty and Krysten is clean. Very different. Two-way street. Krysten cleans herself. Mitch doesn't. Krysten doesn't slurp when she eats because she's an adult. Mitch does. Krysten's bathtub, I'm sure, is clean. Mitch wallows in filth at his apartment. Krysten said that they were just sacrificing too much in themselves. And they were. The fact that he is like super save-a-hoe when it comes to the environment is not going to be conducive with somebody who wants to be able to go out and buy plastic shot glasses to make Jell-O shots. Like the fact that he made her take it back and they bought all them damn aluminum ramekins. I'd have been like, who is paying for this? We can't even, they like, a lot of it was Krysten sacrificing way too much of herself. But then Krysten goes on to say that she would leave the door ajar for Mitch, If Mitch is ready to be a whole husband to me, I'm ready. I'm there. So then Lindy is like, no, you deserve it all. Yeah. And I'm like, Lindy, sit your drunk ass down. What is Lindy drinking? But see, this is what Miguel be talking about, Lindy. 1, no one was talking to you. 2, you were loud. 3, you're clearly a little bit inebriated. You leaning a little bit. And 4, you were interrupting. That is an issue. Nonetheless. So then all the girls are like, yeah, Mitch, be in a relationship with her. Don't waste her time. Mitch said, none of this came from me. I said. and when I tell y'all, I did not feel bad for Krysten in this moment, because shut up. How desperate are you that you are willing to be with this man that has all but called you ugly, has like shit on your dream of wanting to flip houses or whatever, like has said he wants you more natural. He wants you to have better hair. He was single Mitch. He wants you to be dirty. He wants you to eat trail mix out of a pouch. No. Have some respect for yourself, Krysten. Have some respect for yourself, babe. Like, this is not a good look. So now Chris is getting all hot and bothered. And then now the entire group is like, because now it's awkward. It's awkward now. You put Mitch into an awkward situation that led to you being embarrassed. That was your fault, Krysten. Mitch also has to learn that this whole brutally honest thing, it's not cute, it's not attractive, it's not a badge of honor. It doesn't make people look at you any differently or look at you like you're such a martyr. Have some couth about yourself sometimes. You could have just let that shit ride and be like, yeah, okay. You could have did that. But I also understand, like, you got all these people coming at you. And meanwhile, Mitch is thinking, hell, didn't I say no? I said no yesterday, right? Didn't I say no yesterday? I said no yesterday, right? Krysten then said that this has provided clarity. I said, what? The entire 8 weeks should have been clarity. Lindy in her confessional said Mitch talks just to hear his own voice. Talking because he got lips. Kind of. Barely. Somewhat. But like, come on, y'all. So, Krysten says the Mitch and Krysten show is over. Girl, it's been over. DOA. Okay? Move on, Krysten. Move on. Justin then said that his answer was a yes. Then he asks Alexis, and she seems embarrassed. But she says that her answer was a yes. And then 20 minutes later, they got in a huge argument. See, but Alexis, nobody asked you that, though. We asked you what your answer was. So she said that she is still processing the fact that Justin kept asking her if after the argument, which was about the same shit they've been arguing about all season, which was Justin being in his head, Justin kept asking her, do you regret the answer? And she said she's still processing that. And Justin was like, oh, I thought we moved past it. But see, Justin is the type that he gets in a big blow up argument with you. And after he done went and cried it out in his pillow, now he's ready to move forward. And he's expecting you to be ready to move forward with it too. And that's just not how it works. So the two of them are in the confessional. Justin feels it's just an argument. It's not a big deal. It's just an argument. Nobody wants to argue all the damn time, no, Justin. Nobody wants to argue, especially when we're arguing about the same thing. If I said yes a couple hours, not even an hour ago, if I said yes, and then why we get into like a little argument, why are you asking me about this again? Granted, Alexis was saying how she needs more time. So he didn't quite understand what she meant by that, and I don't either. So was she saying that she wants to live separately like Michael and Jasmina? Like, I didn't understand what she was asking for in that moment either. But that was also something that should have been a conversation when they got home. But Alexis never planned on going home with Justin. Because Alexis didn't come there and expect to have to say yes. Justin feels like they can just figure it out. Alexis said, I don't want to. And I said, damn. Alexis said, I don't want to figure it out. I don't want to. And basically she said she's done. She then turns to Justin and says, all I did was love you to the best of my ability. I said, well, your love sucks, Alexis. Your love is trash. Your way of showing love is inadequate. It's ridiculous. Because if that's how you show love to somebody, how do you treat people you don't like? How? Justin gets up and walks away. In the confessional, Justin said, all right, have a good night. I'm going to head on out, boss. And Justin leaves. We see Mitch and Krysten packing up at their apartment. Krysten said that she was just being nice and genuine with the whole door ajar thing. I really hope Krysten has watched this back and has seen how she has embarrassed herself and made a fool of herself. The thirst is very unbecoming on you, Krysten. You can do so much better than this balding man that is dirty. He is dirty, Krysten. I'm sorry, but why is she not taking that into account? Mitch said he feels like he was being attacked. He said, I did not show up to say no, but let's date. And I feel like that should have been the end of the conversation there. He's telling your ass he don't want to do nothing else with you. I don't want to skate with you, kick it with you, nothing. Nothing. Free Tammy Talk shirt to anybody that knows that reference. Hit me up and I will send you a Tammy Talks something if you know that reference. Krysten said she just wanted to leave the door open in case their paths ever crossed. Right? You know, just in case later on in life, Mitch was saying, I'm not thinking about that. That's not important to me. Damn. I said, I know that's right, Mitch. She done pissed Mitch off because I see Mitch's point though. Like, we just went up here and said we're done. I don't want to be married to you. I'm not thinking about if I come across you 5 years from now, maybe no. So then Krysten is like, oh, okay, yes. Pack up your shit and go home. I don't understand this. So then we get Alexis and Justin. He looking at the damn wedding album. Alexis apologizes for everything. She said that asking for the divorce was unplanned and an unthought out decision in the heat of the moment. That's what we're saying? That's how we're going to try to spin that? Okay. Heat of the moment, eh? Okay. She then apologizes for blindsiding him. She said that she did not mean to hurt his feelings. She said she woke up this morning embarrassed. I said, this is the first morning you woke up embarrassed? None of the other nights that y'all have been together? Today, you woke up embarrassed. Justin's all red and swole up in the eyes, so Justin starts crying and then tells her, take care. He said, I love you. She said, I love you too. And I'm like, and then next week, hell breaks loose at the reunion. Hell breaks loose at the reunion. I thought, so, was that Stacia? And then she called Justin a bitch. Justin is saying that Nate made a pass at him. Like, it's a lot going on at the reunion. This is not a good look, people. And I'm disappointed that Kevin Frazier is hosting. But let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to check out, if I can grab it, don't forget to check out Rose Forever. Go order your bouquet. You can get something fancy like this. Subscribe, share, like, comment, do all the other type of stuff. And I will catch you guys next week for the reunion.